Okay, we have the Knoxville Regional Champion Tennessee Lady Volunteers here, head coach Karen Weekly, Rylie West, and Zaida Puni. We'll start with an opening statement from coach and then go into questions.
First of all, congratulations to Virginia. They're a really, really good team. We knew that they were going to be a formidable opponent. We spent a lot of time scouting them, watching the video, preparing. Their pitchers have done a phenomenal job for them all year. And I'm just proud of our young ladies, the way they executed today, because we felt like it was going to be a battle. One of those games that, because we put up runs early, probably kind of had that feel of, okay, maybe we've got this in hand, but I never feel that way. And they just kept fighting. They kept trying to win and earn every pitch, and they did that.
Questions?
Coach Carlin throwing the complete game and doing so in only 74 pitches. What did you see from her in terms of efficiency with her pitching today?
She got ahead, and they were swinging early in the count, so it kind of helped us that, she could get on and off the field quickly. And I think she attacked the zone and then was reading what the umpire was going to give or not give, and did a really good job of pitching to that and pitching to whatever she saw them do with their swings.
This is for both Rylie and Zaida. You guys were 2 of 4 starters from that 2022 team who, didn't make it out of regionals, back-to-back super regionals. Now, just how much pride you guys take in, what you guys have done to help bring this program back to that team who's competing in super regionals, College World Series the last 2 seasons.
It's super awesome. I think there's a lot of credit to the coaches and how much they prepare and put us in the position to be in that we are right now. And I'm just super grateful to be able to play at home during these regionals, because our fans just help us out so much. Getting these wins in these tough ball games, it's a tough environment to play in if you're the opponent. So I'm just grateful we're able to play at home, and just super proud that we can do it, and do it with my best friend, and just really end our careers differently than how we started them. So
yeah, just same thing Rylie said. Our first year, my first year here, we lost regionals. It wasn't fun. It was heartbreaking, and so we made a commitment to never having that feeling again. And just the success that we had before postseason, we were able to play these last few weeks at home, and so it's just super awesome, and it's just special to be here still in front of all the fans. And we have one more weekend before World Series.
Karen, considering the level of competition at this point in the year, how impressive is it that you were able to go the whole regional without giving up a run?
That was one of the first things I pointed out to them in our huddle up in the outfield after the game, to our pitchers. That's huge. I doubt that's being done at any other regional in the country. And I think it takes just a big weight off these guys' shoulders as hitters, knowing that our pitchers are going to go out there and hold people. And they both have the mindset that my job is to keep a 0 on the board until our offense can figure things out and get runs up for us. And I would imagine they're a whole lot of fun to play behind. I know they're a lot of fun to coach because they're so competitive.
Yeah, Rylie, you obviously had a big day to play with 5 RBIs. Would anything other than that, maybe tripping when you were trying to get out of the box that one time, anything that you felt like? Were you just seeing it well, or how did you feel going up at the plate today?
yeah, I was seeing the ball well, but I was also really locked in on our game plan. Our coaches made it pretty simple and helped us a lot with all the preparation. So everyone was pretty locked in on what they wanted and just the game plan in general. So that made it a lot easier to see the ball and where I wanted it and just attacking what I got.
Hey Rylie, was this the best day that you think you've had at the plate at Tennessee?
Sure. I actually don't know. I mean, I don't know the answer statistically. I felt really.
Your career high in hits and RBIs.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, I would have no idea. I mean, I can't do that without the people getting on base in front of me, obviously. So just a lot of credit to the people in front of me, having patience or just doing what they need to get on. But I didn't know that. That's pretty cool, whatever it takes to get a win at this point of the season.
Karen, when Kiki had slid into home for that third run of the game and she just smacked the ground, she looked so excited. Just for you to see these seniors really turn it around for this program, get to a second straight super regional, what did that mean for you as a coach? What were the emotions after the game?
I told them yesterday after that game that I just got emotional as soon as the game ended in the dugout. We just kind of had to fight back the tears. And it was really just because I'm so happy for them when they play to their potential and when they go out and play with so much joy and so much competitiveness and so much passion. And they did that yesterday. I think Friday, looking back, maybe we had to get some nerves out of our system, but yesterday and today, they were just locked in and just really, really enjoying competing. And that's what makes me the happiest. Usually wins come with that, but really that's what I want them to strive for every day, is just to go out there and compete their hearts out.
Coach, Virginia was just in here, and all the players, Coach made it a point to talk about the quality of people that your players are. The team talking to them at the base pointed out Rylie. I'm sure you're so proud of the performance on the field, but to hear that they made a point of that, how proud are you of that?
Extremely proud, and thank you for sharing that with me. We talk a lot about just the character that, is the most important thing. I think I told them one day, I recruit people with character, not characters. And they exhibit that. I mean, they represent themselves, their families, our program, this university, the state in such a, amazing way. And they're all going to be great successes in life. They all are. But thankfully, gratefully, they're sprinkling a little bit of themselves on Lady Vol softball, a lot of themselves on Lady Vol softball. And we're just fortunate to have them in our program.
Zaida, from the perspective of a teammate, did you maybe see anything different in how Rylie was preparing for this game that sort of led to her having such a great day, or is it just business as usual?
I think the way Rylie, she's just herself every day. She's never different. Her mood's not different. Her attitude's not different. So she was smiling. And Karen always says when you smile, it tricks your brain to, is that right?
I smile to trick my brain to
Yeah.
relax. I actually got that from Caitlin Clark.
Oh, my bad. Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So Karen said it to them,
Yes.
but I stole it from somebody else.
But I guess just the joy and just playing for each other is just so contagious throughout our team. And nobody's ever really down. But Rylie, she did so good today. And she was just locked in the whole time.
I think they're both ultimate competitors, too. Because, Rylie, I know, wasn't happy with how yesterday started. And then she had a great at-bat to end it. And I think that just kind of kept her on a roll today. And we all know what Zaida can do. And, Zaida's had to battle coming back from the injury that she had and missing the fall. And, I think Zaida is still, going to hit her groove here just like she did last year in postseason. But I think they're just so competitive. If, they feel like I didn't have a good at-bat or a couple good at-bats, they're determined to make the next one better for their teammates.
Well, I just want to say one more thing. I think it was probably the third or fourth inning, Rylie came up to me. Obviously, I wasn't having the best weekend, but because Riley's such a good teammate, she saw probably me being down a little bit, but she was a good teammate, and she talked to me, and I got that hit whenever I scored that RBI. So just kudos to Rylie for being a good teammate.
Zaida, I wonder if you talk a little bit about Carlin and how much difference you see in her from last year to this year. Just how much of it did she learn from that experience last year and apply it to what she's doing this year?
Yeah, just being on the field, playing third base with her last year, she was obviously different, and she was more tense, but now, this year, she's just changed, and she's accepted her role, and she's grown as a woman and just as a player, too. And so you can see that on the field that she's super different. She's confident in herself. She lets things go, and if things aren't going her way, she knows that we have her back. And just her, I'm trying to figure out the word. Just her confidence and just her growing from last season it was huge, and you can tell.
This could be for any of you guys, but Virginia had nothing but admiration for your fan base when they put all their seniors out on the field in the 7th inning. They just said how cool it was to see Tennessee on their feet cheering for them. What does that say about this fan base and what you guys get to play in front of every time you're home?
Well, our fans are awesome. It's a neutral site, so we don't get to play our intro video and all that. And as the weekend went on, they realized we need to get on our feet during intros and make it a really cool thing for these guys, and they did. Yesterday, when I was scouting a game, one of the Virginia parents said that to me. They said, your fans are so polite. They cheer for your team, but they're not saying, rude or nasty things to the opponent, and it's just really nice to come to a place because a lot of places aren't like that. And I just think, it's just part of being a Tennessee Vol. We're going to compete hard, but we're going to do it respectfully.
No, that's perfect.
This is for the players. When you guys circled up at the end before you started really, breaking down, talking, I saw Karen hit the signature gritty now and a couple of their dance moves. Can you just kind of break down her post-game dances? And also just for you as players, what impact does it have on the team to have a coach who it really emphasizes celebrating in the moment and things like that?
Well, the gritty is really special. It's usually after regionals or the super regionals last year. So we strive to get her to the gritty. It's like a championship dance. But it just means a lot that she's celebrating with us, and we're just one big family, and you're really cool. I mean, I don't know. You're really cool. And just us getting to celebrate with you and just having these special moments is just really awesome.
But it's our secret. Don't tell anybody else I'm cool.
Yeah, the first time she did the gritty, I was just staring at her like, there's no way you just did this. But she tells us that we need to have fun and compete with joy. And so the fact that she's the one showing us how to just have fun, it just shows how our team will follow the leader, because she is the leader of our team. But even the coach, the assistant coaches and staff, they have so much fun and in the dugout too, and so it drips on us, on the rest of us.
Yeah, Karen, these with quick turnarounds between these, how helpful is it as a staff to be playing? Is it helpful or hurtful to playing SEC opponent where you kind of have scouted them so much before because of the quick turnaround, or does it matter at all?
I feel like when you're Tennessee, you're going to be getting an SEC opponent in super regionals. It just happens all the time. So, yeah, I mean, it really doesn't matter. I tell them every day, like today, this morning, Virginia's going to be different today than they were yesterday. So Alabama's going to be different whenever our first game is than they were last time we saw them, and so are we. And then they're going to be different the next day. And so you can't just sit there and go, oh, we've seen them. We know what to expect. You have to prepare like it's the first time you're seeing somebody, and I think they've done a really good job of that this year.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.